On the road down to Iowa this morning. It's 6:30 Friday morning. I got a 3-day weekend, so I've always kind of wanted to go down to the Iowa Deer Classic. I've always kind of wanted to shed hunt in Iowa too, so I figured I'd try doing both of them this weekend. Maybe I'd get lucky. I got today and tomorrow and maybe half the day on Sunday to shed hunt. But I've been looking at onX a lot on the public lands down here. I got a couple different spots picked out. Hopefully I picked the right spots that haven't been all picked over by now. It's early March, so it's still, it's right about in the peak of shed season, so some of the areas have got to be walked already. I know shed hunting is really picked up in popularity everywhere. And Iowa's a big deer state, so there's got to be a lot of shed hunters down here, but I don't know what to expect on the public lands down here. I've never even set foot on any land in Iowa. I've just drove through it in the past when I was a kid, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I can get lucky. Well, got my first Iowa shed. Been here for about 2 hours, got a little over 3 miles on. This place is good. There's a lot of sign in here, but I really think that it's been shed hunted by multiple different people because this place is just too good not to have I kind of came down in an area where there's less sign, and then this is where I find a shed. I kind of got to resort to my Wisconsin shed hunting tactics. I think it's pretty well walked down here already. I was up on the cedars. There was tons of really good bedding. I actually kicked a bunch of deer out of there, and there's some private land food plots up on the hill a little bit, so either that guy or other public land people have walked this pretty good, but I came down here and I got one right there. Just all this fallen down silver maple timber. Looks like it's been on the ground a while. It might be bleached out from the sun a little bit too. That's like super white. Weird little buck. Anyways, there's probably definitely more out here, but I think the high percentage spots have all been walked already. So you gotta kind of think about areas that haven't been walked, because where I have walked so far today, I haven't found anything, and it was way better than just this random spot right here. So cool. At least I got something for the trip so far. Well, I just jumped up about 20 deer. Some of these ones might have been the ones that I pushed this way earlier, and one of them was big, and he was holding both sides. They're just bedding right here on this south-facing slope. They ran up over that hay field. Half of them went that way. Those ones looked like does. There was like 10 of them or so. And then these ones got up down here. Some of these looked like shedded bucks, and for sure, that was a big one. That was at least 20-inch spread. I don't know if it was big, but I'm surprised that he was still holding. I literally just jumped those deer and took that quick video up the hill a little bit. I came down to kind of where they got up, and I just found 2 sheds from different bucks. Some of those deer were bedded on that side of the tree, some were on this side of the tree. I think some of them were up there too. There's just like a couple of these fallen down trees in here, and it's like the only side cover around. Up there is just a big grassy hill. But anyways, this is the first one I saw. I literally came right down to it, right on top of it. Little 1.5-year-old. A little bit of green on there. And then after I was looking at this one and getting ready to pull out my phone, I glanced over and I see tines sticking up right over here. And literally right there is a deer bed. That's where one of them was laying. You can see it's like flattened out a little bit. There's like this fallen down tree here, a couple other ones. Look at that. Oh my God, this is crazy. That one's got a little faint dried up blood on there. Wow, this is freaking awesome. Up to 3 now. Literally 5 minutes ago, I just found those other 2 back that way a little bit. I just walked up on a big one here. Right there. That buck, like I said, one of those ones that I jumped up out of here, ran across this grassy cow pasture here, up this hill, and he was still holding both sides, and he was at least something like this, if not a hair bigger. Oh my God, I gotta get some pictures here, that's cool. Wow. Not fresh really at all. That's just a really nice young deer. That's probably only a 3-year-old. Maybe it could be a 4-year-old. That's pretty good. Wow. Man. Just getting super lucky here. All this falling down silver maple. I mean, these aren't even chewed in here. I guess this is like a woods. There really isn't many squirrels in. Well, there's walnut trees in here. That's surprising. This is amazing. I literally just picked up this one. This is what us shed hunters dream of. I think I just found the match. Back that way, 20 yards. That's where I picked up this one. I was just coming up right through here and boom. I haven't even walked up to it yet. Look at that. Might be a different, no, that's, oh, that's the match for sure. Are you kidding me? Doesn't get better than that. There, I'll put them like this. That's just too freaking easy. I literally found 4 sheds now in like 100 yards. I haven't hit one of these gold mine spots like this in a couple years. I know in the past, in some of my better areas back at home, I found like 6 sheds in literally 15 minutes, or 4 sheds here. You know, just sometimes you can just get, they just herd up like this, man. And I'm like, honest to God, like probably 3/4 of a mile from the food plots on the private land. And over there was even more deer sign and more deer trails. There's just as many rubs over here. I think this is probably where, that's probably a ton of does over there and some bucks too, but it just doesn't seem like those bucks like to bed super close to the food like that. If you're gonna find sheds over there, it's probably more like nighttime sheds. These are way a ways from the food. I don't think anyone's been in here yet, clearly. Jeez. No way! Just found the biggest shed of the day. This thing looks like a bruiser. It's a little darker in color than the rest of them. I'm literally just on my way back right now. Man, that thing looks nice. Just heading down this deer trail and I glanced over. Ah, it's all chewed up. You can see size comparison of a young buck and a big buck. Oh, mature buck, I should say. Look at the mass difference. This guy's got better genetics. Oh my God, that sucks. Look at that, the base is even chewed. Oh, I gotta get some pictures of this one. That's awesome. Okay. Wow, that is a freaking pig. Look at that thing. Got a little blood on there, dried up. That might be, out of all the years shed hunting, the shed I have with the biggest or close to the biggest base. Thing's almost the size of a soda can. Not quite, probably, but dang. Look at how much, they always chew the biggest one. Every single shed I found today was not chewed on except this one. And this is the nicest one. Dang. Well, I'm still happy I found it. That is just awesome. I did not expect to find this much, you know, the first day. I got tonight I'm going to the Deer Classic, and then all day tomorrow. and then a little bit on Sunday. Well, just came across my first shed of the day. I'm barely even a mile in, just in these south-facing cedars right here. It's an old one. You can see they've been bedding right here. This is all flattened out. And then right there is a shed. Definitely been sitting for a couple years. Huh. Yeah, maybe just 1 year being in the sun like this. I don't know, 1 or 2 years. Little 2-year-old buck probably. Sweet. Hopefully that's the first of a couple today at least. Awesome. Well, out here in the rain, just came across my second of the day. It's been a lot of miles since that last one. I'm at a different spot now. This place has got some standing corn and standing beans, but I think it's been hit pretty hard already. I haven't been finding a whole lot. There's good sign here, but like I said, this is the first shed. I almost walked by it. Just heading right up this way. I just happened to glance over. Just a little one, but they all count. Got a big base on them. You can hear the thunder in the background. Well, at least I'm not going home. Well, I got 2 now for the day, but I'm either gonna finish up the day here or go somewhere else quick. Pure luck. I almost stepped on this one, and literally, I almost did not come. Everything had to work out perfectly to find this one. Like literally, I was just walking this transition, and something told me in my mind to turn up and started to go up this hill into this thicker stuff. I was just walking along down there, and for some reason, I came up into this thicket up here. Walking along, I'm looking, like scanning out there, and I step right here, and I caught it out of my peripheral vision. I don't think that's the match. No way. The bases are way too different. This guy's got a little bit smaller base and no beating. Oh, a lot smaller base. Holy crap. And this one's got a ton of beating. This one's smoother. Well, I think I finally made it into the spot that hasn't been walked yet. So maybe I'll stick around here for the rest of the day. Looks like the storm's moving on. The sun's coming back out. So maybe I can get lucky, find another one. Well, oh my God. This is not staged. I literally just saw the one. I pull out the camera, and I noticed another one. It's probably a match. I just saw this one. There's a lot of standing corn and standing beans in this whole square mile on the public. There's a huge, giant public land, and I'm sure there's just crazy amount of deer here in the winter. But anyways, I saw this one. I pulled out the camera and I saw the other one right here. Definitely fresh. The way it was, looks like it's a little covered up. I thought it might have been old. Probably a 2.5-year-old. This is just nighttime bedding right here in this nice short grass. That's definitely a match. This side's a little prettier. Points aren't as rounded off. Man, that just capped off the day really nicely. Still not done yet. I might stay here a little bit longer or try and quick hit another spot and see how good that spot is and maybe go there tomorrow or something. But man, that's pretty nice. Got 5 sheds today and 3 different spots. I had to cross a creek to get over to where I am here now. This is not really too close to where I found those last 2. Awesome. I literally freaked out. This is the biggest one of the whole trip. maybe not the biggest, but it's the nicest because it's not chewed. You know, I've been in a lot of areas today that were really good, way more sign than what I'm seeing here. I wasn't finding anything. I mean, finding these fresh spots, I'll just show you the shed, but finding these fresh spots that no one's walked yet is what's key. Right there, just kind of wiggling around through this grass, back that way about maybe 150 yards where I found that set. Boom. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of standing beans, maybe like 2 acres that way, and a whole bunch down that way, probably like 5 to 10 acres total, all the different areas. It's crazy how much they leave here in Iowa on the public lands. Oh my God, that is the nicest. It's bigger. It's bigger than that one I found yesterday that was chewed up. Maybe not quite as big as the base, but I gotta get some pictures of that one. Okay, here we go. Jeez, that's gonna be the biggest shed I find all year probably. Oh, holy crap, that's my biggest 4-point shed I've ever found in my life. The one I found in December, that would have been the first shed in the first video this year. That's the only other 4-point shed that can even come close to this size. Oh my God. They're probably about the same, but this one is a little nicer because it's fresh, and oh my God, that's insane. I did not expect to find something like this today, especially how the first half of the day went. My God, that is insane. That is huge. That's obviously a mature buck, probably at least a 4-year-old. Who knows, that could be a 6, 7, I don't know how old, but wow, just sitting there waiting to get picked up. Well, came across probably my last Iowa shed. The first spot I was at in the video where I picked up 6 sheds on the first day, it was kind of on the way down to Des Moines, and then it's kind of on the way back. So I figured I'd come back here because I didn't walk everything completely, but like I said, a lot of it I thought was already walked by someone else. And I think it has been, but I just got lucky and came up on a little one here. Right there, right in this nice nighttime grassy bedding. I guess they could be up here in the daytime too. Just a really goofy little guy. Another reason why I came back here too is because, like I said, down that way, I jumped up where I was finding all 4 of those, like bing, bang, boom. I jumped up like a pretty decent buck and he ran this direction. And I was just hoping to maybe get super lucky and find one of his sheds, but he could still be holding too. That's a cool little thing. I've never really found one quite like that. I've found some weird forks, but not like so straight like that. Awesome. So that's 13 on the trip. Well, there they all are. These are all the sheds I found in 2.5 days of shed hunting, Iowa. 13 total. I'm back at home now, but anyways, this is that big one from earlier in the video that was all chewed up. This is the only shed that is chewed. I'm super lucky, and believe it or not, out of all these sheds, this is the only single left side. All of the other singles, like here's a single, here's a single, you know, all the other singles are all right sides. Even this little guy is a right side, which is kind of weird. And then I got the 2 matches right here, obviously. This is the little 10-point I found right next to this big one. This for sure is the biggest shed. Here's a good comparison of the two big ones. All in all, awesome trip. Here's the one old one right here. I'll put up a total of how many miles I walked to find all these, but anyways, thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. There'll be more coming.